Hey, what's up everybody? This is Austin Haynes with the Waking Justice Project, and this is your daily wake-up call. Here's what the corporatocracy is up to today, September 24th, 2019. You can visit our website at wakingjustice.org for more details. Here are the headlines. Yesterday, we produced a special edition of the Daily Wake-Up Call. It was about the global climate strikes last Friday. We focused on campaign founder 16-year-old Greta Thunberg from Sweden. Millions of people across 185 countries joined Greta in global protest against inaction by governments on the climate crisis. It was the largest climate protest in history. Greta kicked off the event with an amazing speech before the US Congress last Thursday, but her speech was never televised, so hardly anyone got to hear it. But our team put together a narration of Greta's speech, which you can listen to in yesterday's podcast. Be sure and listen when you have time, and please share with others. It's an important speech that everyone needs to hear. We did get to hear Greta's speech at the UN Climate Summit yesterday. Just when you think she can't get any better, she blows you away. In her opener, she addresses the politicians and bureaucrats in the audience. Her voice heavy with emotion. She says, quote, "People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction. And all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?" She concludes saying, "The eyes of all future generations are upon you. And if you choose to fail us, I say, we will never forgive you. The world is waking up, and change is coming, whether you like it or not." Wow. Amen, little sister. What Greta is doing in not so subtle terms is calling out the corruption of the UN climate science by the corporatocracy. As we have previously reported, the UN has hosted annual climate change talks with governments and industry over the past 20 years and accomplished little to nothing. But one thing the UN has accomplished consistently is vastly underestimating the urgency of climate change. As resilience.org describes it, every year now it's deja vu. We hear major climate impacts are happening, quote, "sooner than expected" or "worse than predicted," etc. And now, scientists are saying that our near-term future is, quote, "far worse than the worst-case scenario." What the hell? It means that independent, non-corporate funded scientists like Robert Goodwin and James Hansen have been right all along. Robert Goodwin was top environmental advisor to the World Bank. And before he quit the World Bank, Dr. Goodwin and scientist Jeff Anhang published a report about how the UN grossly underestimates the impacts of animal agriculture on climate change. The UN fudges the numbers on lost carbon sequestration due to global deforestation by big meat and dairy. James Hansen was director of the NASA Goddard Institute. And before he quit NASA, Dr. Hansen and 7 other top climate scientists published a report showing how the UN vastly underestimates the speed of global warming. The UN doesn't account for tipping points that speed up global warming along the way. And now, new research is under development, due to publish in 2021, that'll shine a harsh light on the corruption of climate science by the corporatocracy. The new research accounts for tipping points and feedback loops, and so far, all the models agree. The planet is actually warming at twice the rate previously predicted. Yikes. Experts say that, quote, "the consequences are so terrifying that most scientists would rather not contemplate them, let alone work out a survival strategy." And that, quote, "there will be a rich minority of people who survive, but it's difficult to see how we could accommodate even 500 million people." Terrifying indeed. We agree with the experts. If we are to survive this greatest challenge in human history, We must cooperate as never before to radically reorganize our world. And as the experts conclude, the emerging science is clear. This will be a mostly vegetarian world, devoid of fish and livestock. The politics is clear too. We cannot depend on the corporatocracy to lead this great change. Indeed, as Greta Thunberg knows, they are fighting it at every turn, and the fight is rigged. Our political system and mass media are fully corrupted by the corporatocracy. So it is beyond delusional to believe that we could ever vote such entrenched and moneyed elites out of power. Deep down, we all know it's true. The only real leverage the working class has in a corporate plutocracy is mass organized boycott. And if we focus our boycott on big media and big meat and dairy, we'd accomplish our most strategic gains. If we boycott big media and promote independent journalists, we could muzzle the corporatocracy and its mass propaganda machine. And we'd propel the indie journos who need our support, who can best promote our just revolution. And if we boycott big meat and dairy, we'd be taking on the one industry that does the most immediate damage to our climate and planet. It's the one fight where our success is virtually guaranteed, and the one which would give us the most immediate gains in halting climate change and mass wildlife extinctions. If you want to learn how all of us in the work of global justice can join together in strategic boycott and force this corporatocracy to the people's bargaining table to end all of this oppression and corruption and to save our planet, please visit our website at wakingjustice.org. Check out our About page and listen to our first podcast. We're running out of time. Join us. Peace.
You must be involved in the struggle for freedom and justice.
If it's about love, if it's about
Justice is waking, justice is rising. Justice is waking, justice is rising.
If it's about
Justice is waking, justice is rising. And it ain't just us, it's all of us. Justice is waking, justice is rising. And it ain't just us, it's all of us.
if it's about
May every soul unite, tend the fire and let old coals relight. I'm a citizen of the world and we fight for the rights of everybody to live a truly free life. Red or yellow, black or white, left or right, gay or straight, human or animal, all life. Cause what matters is what is in common. If you know it, stand tall and keep dropping the knowledge.
Justice is waking, justice is rising. And it ain't just us, it's all of us.
if it's about love.